Because when I asked you what is the lesson you have learned from professional speaker, he said that I want to see each and every member as a professional speaker one day. So now moving to the next session of this meeting, the next role player is Toastmaster Amiliya. She's an area division director of Division D, and she is here to deliver a power talk today. When I asked her that what professional speakers mean to her, she replied that an environment that elevates you as a speaker and as an influencer. Amiliya Syed, line of control, Amiliya Syed. What is the date today?
Second, 2020.
So what was yesterday?
First Feb 2020.
1st February. 3 years back, if I walk down the memory lane, I had joined Toastmasters. Yesterday, I completed 3 years of my Toastmasters journey. I'm not happy about this thing. What it takes me back to the first day when I attended the first meeting as a Toastmaster of Noida Toastmasters Club. It was a celebration where our champion speaker Indranil Ray was there. He was being felicitated by the club. There were all other district officers and dignitaries present. And for the first time, I really heard a humorous speech. A humorous speech which actually just gave me jitters. It made me think a lot. I had always thought about the humor that we used to watch in films by Johnny Lever or so, or some stand-up comedians, or the fun, or the silly fun that we used to have as siblings, making fun of each other. Humor struck me that day. And since that day, I started exploring humor more and more. And what I found, it's an art. It's a tool. It's a way and a medium to express as easily and as effortlessly you can. Humor as such, when we do not look at Toastmasters, is, I mean, if somebody is telling that I'm a stand-up comedian or I speak humorously, it's like, oh, do you really do anything?
Mhm.
Do you really do any business? What exactly is it? I mean, I'm sure you waste that. Same like as it relates to some people who are new to Toastmasters. Oh, is it just about raising the toast? But then, when they come to Toastmasters, they realize how bigger this ocean is, how deep it is, and what all pearls lie inside this. Humor, for me, when I started exploring that, I have taken it as a kind of a lesson that I apply in many things in my life now. I used to be a very serious, grounded, and less smiling person. Even in the class, my teacher told me that she is very calm and quiet. But then when I joined Toastmasters, I tried to find humor in everything. I try to connect with everything in a little humorous way. Because one thing that I have in my mind since that one day is maybe one day I'll be speaking humorously on stage, maybe going ahead in one of the contests we have. But that is not the real goal of my life. I want to bring humor in my life as such. And what we all do is when we communicate with each other, like in office or offline, or maybe sending mails, we are so serious. We do not, sometimes we just hold ourselves from crossing that line of control, which is very thin between humor and being professional. Though there is a blend that can be made. You can be a little humorous, be a little funny, without offending others. And how is what I have learned in my own way. So what I see it as it's something which is an important tool to grab attention. Now we have seen many speakers. The first thing they do is like throw a punch, and from there they pick up the speech. They catch hold of the attention of the people. The same way you can do during your con calls, your office meetings as well. Maybe a little bit easy. Take it easy policy is what I say. This is something where I'll tell you one story. I fell in love 18 years back. Now, this was not something that my family would accept, not his family would accept. Because marriage is okay, but love, how can you fall in love? We had to break this news to our parents. It took me 6 months to even think about it. It took him 8 months to even start thinking about it. It took us more than a year to actually create a kind of a speech to deliver to our parents. I really had no guts. He got the guts. So he broke this news to his father. And that too on a very serious note. Had we encountered Toastmasters, had we known a little more way, we could have broke this news in a little funny way. We could have found out a little better way to share this beautiful thought or relationship that we are growing into. But then, Toastmaster didn't happen to me at that time. Now there's one more thing, and this was the most threatening thing that somebody could share in their life. Then one more thing, I would want to go back to my workplace. There were times when I had to request for a leave because I was staying in Delhi and my parents in Lucknow. So whenever you approach your boss, it's always the biggest blunder that you are committing on that particular day. Had I known Toastmasters, I would have found out a little easier way of communicating with my boss and telling him or her, okay, and get the way through it. It was always difficult. I also see humor which is present in our life, but we are so bogged down with the day-to-day things that we don't pay attention to the humor that we are experiencing. Imagine the way people look at you when you enter the metro. It's really funny sometimes the way they look at you. I have seen that, probably I have done that as well. I must admit. See, this is the humor I'm bringing in my conversation with you. And when you start judging people, you don't have to be very serious. Be a little more funny, be a little more humorous. Maybe you can share your biases and your prejudices in a little more fun way, a little more humor into it. What I find is that we sometimes we hold ourselves so back, we do not cross that line of control. The most important thing that how it will impact workplace is what I have experienced myself. If at all we allow this thing in offices and we have a little bit of humorous conversation, we make fun of each other. So there are small groups who make fun of each other, but then not in a humorous way, or rather not a humorous conversation across the hierarchies up and down. If that is there, there will be less absenteeism. People will be more inclined to come and join those conversations, and that would be one reason to be there in office. That is also help a lot of productivity, because what happens is this laughter, this humor, it really rejuvenates you, it de-stresses you. If you have those light conversations on serious topics, it helps you move across in your work easily, much more easily. I do not know why people are not doing that. Maybe I should propose that kind of bill to the government. That should be allowed all across. But then what I find is that line of control is what I have not been able to cross as well. I am still the beginner. And that line of control is something that I want to conquer. I want to move across that and maybe jump back so swiftly that I don't realize. I see my communication and conversations going very slow. I see myself just dealing with all the complexities of life in a much more happier way with a smile on my face. Though I'm smiling right now, but then maybe I'm nervous inside. Yes, that line of control is something that I am still struggling. I'm sure you are struggling as well, somewhere in some aspect. If that is there, let's all cross that particular line of control and not go to the boundaries that we're talking about, line of control. Cross and go to Pakistan or Afghanistan, but then let's cross these boundaries and have a good relationship, maintain much more healthier bonds, have much more flexible and easy conversations. That's my thought. Please see where is your line of control and when you would want to cross it. Over to you, Toastmaster.